everyone. Welcome back to Purpose and Profit. Today, I am joined by Adam. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good yourself.
Good, good. So, Adam, tell me a little bit about, before we get to where you're going, tell me a little bit how you got where you are now.
Yes, I appreciate that. Thanks for having me on the show. So a little bit about me. Retired Marine. I grew up in the military. Father was in the military. That's all I really knew was military lifestyle. Moving across the country and around the world, and really no entrepreneur, guidance or anyone to look up to as an entrepreneur, but started out as a young age of, selling vegetables on the doorsteps of people, to people, when the candy boxes came out, I would be around selling that kind of stuff. So I always had the entrepreneur spirit, but never really never really took action on it and joined the military just to travel the world. But I was fortunate enough to find SubTo in 2022 when I was about to retire from the military, and I had a choice. Do I go out and get a job and build someone else's dream, or do I take advantage of an opportunity of retirement in 2023 and build my own dream and work towards my own goals? And so I found SubTo and really just hit the road running. I did not give myself an option to fail, and really just dove headfirst into it. And I tell this to everybody. I joined SubTo on June 24th of 2022. If Adam from June 24th of 2022 walked by me today, I wouldn't recognize that person because I didn't have, I come from nothing. A very humble background, with family that, didn't really have a lot of money, and neither did, I never grew up without a lot of money. And so, or real estate. It was, me and my husband bought our first home in 2016 when we first, got stationed in South Carolina, and that's the only property that we owned, and turned it into an Airbnb. But that's really, we thought that, hey, we needed to have 20% down if we're going to invest in real estate. We need to use our own money. We can't go out there and get creative with it. Had no idea about it. And I was in the rookie boot camp in Bigger Pockets. I think it was Finance Week when they mentioned Pace Morby. And so I was like, okay, my curiosity got the best of me, and I went down a rabbit hole of YouTube University, and really, saw that. I don't think I went back the next week because I saw way more value in just his YouTube videos than what I was seeing on the classes that I paid for. So I dove in, and I, made the phone call, and my MSA, linked me, joined SubTo. And that is how I got started in my real estate journey to now of, I built a multi-million-dollar portfolio, bought a business and has already exited that business in, 2 years of owning it, and really just continue to grow right now as an entrepreneur, as a husband, and as, a real estate investor.
I love that. And I want to go back. You talked a lot of how you got here, and you've done a lot in a short period of time. But I really want to go back because you and I have very similar. I also grew up an Army. I was Army brat, and then now I'm married to the Army. And it is such a different mindset to walk into this space and realize that all of that hard work, all of those skills that you learn in that kind of space, the discipline, the structure, really pays off in dividends when you become, an entrepreneur. And so, you made a comment about how you wouldn't recognize yourself. And what do you think was that biggest aha moment when you realized wow, I can really do this?
It was the trust and confidence that people gave me, and I built, a solid reputation for myself. I think it was, her name was Andrea. She was an investor in one of my properties, and I think I was on the phone with her for 4 minutes, and she said, "Adam, I'm going to invest in you. I bet on the jockey, not the horse." And so that told me that what I was doing was right. And so, and what, so that's really was the turning point for me to do right by people and not try to, skirt around the corner and go around people's backs. And really saw that as a moment in my mind that, hey, you don't have to go out there and be shady and do deals behind people. You can actually collaborate with people that would otherwise think, oh, they're my competition. So
Absolutely. And I think that Pace does a great job of building a community of collaboration. So in your last couple of years, what has been your like favorite project? I know you said you have real estate and you did a business. So what has been your favorite that you've done so far?
it's funny how things sometimes go full circle, because there was a property. I love real estate. And that, sorry, I told you this before that, I get really excited about real estate, and so I love all of my projects. I've had a few that I don't like too much, because, you have ups and downs in real estate. You're going to lose money at some point. It's not a matter if you're going to lose real estate. It's a matter of when. So you hope you fall on that feather pillow right in the middle to catch you and soften the blow at some point. But one of my favorite projects that I'm working on right now is my new construction that I'm working on. Now, that is one that is, I say, full circle. I've walked that property. I tried to get it one day it was one of my first properties that I tried to get land from the seller. And I couldn't get it. I couldn't lock it up. Come full circle a year later. I think it was a year and a half later, the builder that built mine and my husband's home comes to me and says, "Hey, I've got this lot because you told me to come find you if you can put 3 homes on a property." And he brought it to me, and it was that lot. And so I'm building the dream property that I had envisioned on this lot. And so when I walk out on the patio, on the back patio, every time I'm like, God, I hope nobody buys this thing, but I do want them to buy it, because it's so gorgeous. But that is one of my favorite properties. But I really think that, working with what I'm working, my purpose in life to help people, my co-living properties are really the ones that really touch my heart a lot, because I'm allowed to help people in the local community with affordable housing, and also, help my investors as well, because it does take money to help people.
It does. You have to do well to do good.
Yep. And so, yeah, so I would say that both, the fun project, but also the impact project is what really, really touches my heart, and where I can see the growth in that, because, grow as a person, grow as an entrepreneur, but also grow within the community as well is my passion.
I love that. Well, speaking of your passion and your impact, so that brings me to what is your Mount Everest? What is your big goal?
Yeah, so my Mount Everest is, to work with other veterans to come out of either the military after 4 years, after 33 years, whenever you decide to get out, to have an option to be able to live the life that you and your family want to live without having to go to the rat race and, work the 9-to-5 job, and allow real estate to do that. So I'd love, want to teach veterans how to do the co-living side of the house so that they can make an impact within their local community. And also, as you only need a few homes as on the co-living side to really support a retirement, or just support your lifestyle, to never have to go out there and work again, because there's money in those types of deals that you would not typically be able to find in those long-term rentals.
Agreed wholeheartedly. That's awesome. So, do you have programs or ways right now that veterans can link up with you in order to work with you?
Yeah, so I don't have a program, I don't have a course, I don't have anything like that. I tell people to go to my website, adamcatledge.com, to really reach out to me and check out, follow me on Instagram and follow me, on social media, just so they can see what I'm doing, so they can see if I'm a good fit for them. Because, it goes both ways, that, the person needs to be a right fit for me, and a right person needs to be, I need to be a right fit for them, because my personality doesn't click with everybody sometimes. And because and some people don't like what I say sometimes, because I am I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly in things. And sometimes people don't like to hear that. But that is the best way for us to collaborate on projects, or one-on-one projects, and really investing in projects as an owner, alongside with me, and learning from real world experience has been the best way for people to learn rather than spending tens of thousands of dollars on courses when they can invest in projects to actually have some ownership and education at the same time.
Absolutely. Like there's no one better than a experienced operator to kind of hold your hand and get you through that process.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So, what are you looking for? I know that you're willing to help a lot of people, but what are you looking for in your business right now that people could support and bring value to you?
Well, I'm always looking for deals. I'm super excited about this bird dog challenge that I've got going on right now. People helping me search for deals, but looking for deals and always looking for individuals that want to get started in this space, that do have some capital to come in and partner on deals with me, and learn from and learn some experience so they can go out and replicate. I don't want you to come and do business with me for the rest of your life. If you want to do that and you just want to write me a check all day long, hey, I'm happy to take it. But I would rather sit there and build a friendship with someone and a long lasting relationship so I can see you grow as an investor from what I taught you.
That's awesome. Do you have specific states that you're buying in right now?
Yeah, right now I'm buying specifically where Pad Split's doing business, because I'm not one to reinvent the wheel. I want to make it simple, and I like to collaborate with Pad Split because I can go out there and use all of their vendors. Everything's already done for you in the cities. They've already tested the market. Why go out there and try to start a new market when you can go and make money in a city that's already doing this? They've already got things going. So anywhere Pad Split's at is where I'm buying my co-living properties.
That's awesome. All right. And then my last kind of question for you is that if you could speak to, people transitioning out of the military and people thinking about joining real estate in general, what is the one piece of advice that you would give them that if you had had at the beginning would have probably accelerated your career overall?
Get out of your own way, because we are the bottlenecks of our own life, and our mindset is everything. Because you will think, oh, I can't do this, or I should have done this. Take should out of it. Just actually do it and take action.
Facts. I love it. Well, Adam, thank you so much for your time today.
Appreciate it, Amanda.